You know about the maths teacher that is football?
Why would a maths teacher play football?
I mean, apparently we have teachers like that.
Wait, really? Who?
Yeah, but his name is. But actually.
Well, myself, Martin Joseph, and I'm a maths teacher, NMS. I joined here in May 1st, if I'm right, yeah, May 1st, 2024. And the best part of me is, yes, it's a maths which I teach, and where most of the students are petrified about it. But I bring along something called a fun factor and make them love the subject. In return of loving me, that's one of the most important aspects of it. It carries on, and I've been carrying since last 18 years been teaching. So that's one fact which you people have to catch up. 18 years of teaching.
So, what is it that motivated you to be a teacher? Is there any factor that motivated you or encouraged you to be an educator?
Yes, it's an interesting question. Because as I go back, if I have to look back during my 11th and 12th days, I lacked something called a motivating teacher. So most of the teachers are meant to look for marks, and most of the teachers decide how good you are in any particular subject based on your marks. But I think I was the one who turned it around. I look for students' interest. I look for students' intentions of learning, and hence look into the fact that how this particular subject, especially math, has been for ages difficult, and the way they look at it differently. So did I. I did struggle at one point, and I was written off, saying that you're not fit for doing this. So then I realized how important a teacher plays a role to nurture a child's interest for the subject. And that's when I realized that I need to be a teacher, I need to be a different teacher.
So in your childhood, growing up, in your school, was there any one teacher you want to mention? That one teacher who encouraged you or motivated you? Something like that?
I would never like to take a name for the fact that everybody's played a role differently. I would like to take a name of my school proudly. I come from St. Joseph's in Bangalore. It's a proud school. Just to name a few alumni like Rahul Thapa, and many more actually, Casey Tarahori, and many actually. But trust me, that school nurtured us like crazy. And that made us what we are today. And thanks to that school and thanks to each and every teacher who's helped me personally in different ways to nurture me.
So now that you talk about your childhood, is there one, it's a very light question, but is there just one defining moment from your childhood that you still hold very dear to your heart today?
Many. Actually, I come from a very different kind of a childhood. Just for instance, I'm an eighth child of my family, yeah. So I have 5 older brothers and 2 older sisters. So when you have that kind of a background, so you're duty bound to live up to the expectation of all of them. Yeah. So once there was a situation in grade 6, if I'm right, but next day was a science test, and there was a movie played in the TV, and I was supposed to be studying. I'm supposed to be studying, but I'm watching the movie to chillax. And one of my brother walks up and says, "Tomorrow's your test. I would like to see your marks." That's about it. And that fear instilled in me, oh my God, I'm watching the movie. But yes, I had studied, but still, that day was something which really pushed me. At the end of the day, what matters?
So do you think that's the fun of being a student, the fear of tests, etc.?
See, students' life is the best life. I can only tell you that. And I'm enjoying that from past how many years I was a student and being a teacher, because I'm really grown old. If you ask me, how old are you? I always tell I'm 16, 17, 18. And if you ask me why, because that is the age group I live with. Throughout, actually. Sometimes my wife does say, you never act as an adult. You don't act your age. I said, how can I? I live with whom? I stay with whom? And for that matter, I spend most of the time with you adolescents, so I am still adolescent. I would like to address this to all the students because nowadays I see the trend of students using the language, the swear words so commonly. It's like become a trend or something like it's part of your language, it's part of the upbringing of what the matter, part of the ways of life. So I used to correct my students by what if I start using those languages? How do you like it? So you'll be perplexed, definitely. And there were some words which were like very harsh on our ears, and I put across asking for the meaning. And the way that chap, that student of mine, talking about 2005, 2006, that boy, I took a back seat and thought about it because that was such a strong bad word I would never like to listen about. And I give you an instance of my lifestyle. I have told you that I've been not told you. I've played a lot of football in my life, so did cricket. And a fact which you were asking about, I'm a state level football player. I was. So I told a boy, that particular bad word, how it changed my way of looking at things. How I was not even a red card. Instead, the referee actually said, wow, well done. So I did give that explanation. I will talk about that to you all off the record, yeah. But that boy comes back to me even today and says, so whoever tells that word, I tell them the answer what you gave me, what you told me. And that also changed because of that. And he says that so proudly, because of you I don't use those words at all. It's like, that is one nice kind of way a teacher should look at it instead of just reprimanding or punishing or writing off anyone.
Yeah. That's good. Teaching are true gurus and role models. But now we go on a big life side. We go about football. Which should we support?
People might not like it. But yes, I've been supporting that club for the last 24 years. Since 2000, the days of Adrian Mutu, sure you would have heard about him. He's a Romanian football player, and just for another, he's another great player for this club.
Chelsea FC.
Ruud Gullit, 98. I started following Ruud Gullit in 1998, and that's when I started falling in love with the club called Chelsea. Yes, we are at primes, now we are at low.
Very good.
Nevertheless, but what I would like to tell the present generation is, what you love should continue irrespective of the highs and lows. And I tell them, in every aspect, in every relationship, in everything you do, stand by people, stand by your club, stand by the team, which is at low, when it is low, not when it's a high. Just to make it more worse, the club which I support in cricket and IPL has RCB. So
what got you into football? I mean, it's not every day that we see a teacher, maths teacher into sports.
You know, I would like to put off us other way around. I was never a maths teacher when I played football.
Yeah, but you know,
Maths teacher happened to me,
yeah.
but football was always in me, thanks to my dad. He was a soccer player, an amazing soccer player, and he didn't make it to the nationals, but he made his brother play for India. And his name is, my dad's name is Sia Joseph, and his brother Sia Pushparaj. He played for India against Russia in the 1960s or late 1950s. Yeah. But having said that, that's a gene I carry, and I played along and made a name for myself. But yes, I got more name teaching maths than playing football.
So what do you think of India's current situation in football?
Actually, they've come a long way thanks to IS, to be honest. At least, they are getting a foreign based play in those leagues, which gets them a little bit of exposure about how things work outside, which was never the case. And of course, the prime game like cricket getting its due, I would say, and I would never complain about it. I wish if football can get that. I tell you, there are zillions of football players in India, of course, my number might be wrong there, but interested players who can make it big. Because there's not much money involved, that's the reason people don't opt. Instead, you see every nook and corner, a child carries a bat and ball instead of a football.
What position do you play?
I played a striker, forward, and I enjoyed
was
every
you?
bit. I was one, and I had my own advantage because I was one of the fastest athletes, and that really helped me. Yes, I got a lot of offsides also because of my speed of running. So I had a good time.
Right. So before we end, can we get from you this one line or maybe a quote that you truly believe in that you would like to pass on to your students or all the 5 viewers watching?
Actually, my favorite actor is a Tamil actor by name of Kumar. Okay, so what I like about his statement is live and let live. It's like it says a lot because we tend to rule on others, judge on others, and pass a comment and make their lives more miserable. Rather, start living for yourself. Start looking into yourself. Start making things changes in yourself, and definitely you'll see a change in the outside, and that makes life more beautiful.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.
I don't know, we got it.